Welcome back to Truck Stop Talk with Sarge. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about something I've seen thousands of times over the years. Changing jobs. Now, before anybody gets fired up, let me be clear. Sometimes changing companies is absolutely the right move. There are bad companies, bad dispatchers, broken promises, poor equipment, and situations where a driver needs to move on. But after years in trucking, safety, operations, and recruiting, I've noticed that many drivers make the same mistakes over and over again when changing companies. Today we're going to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes CDL drivers make when changing jobs. Mistake number 1, chasing pennies per mile. This is probably the most common mistake I see. A driver hears about another company paying 3, 4, or 5 cents more per mile and immediately starts looking for the exit. Now don't get me wrong, pay matters. We all work to support ourselves and our families. But too many drivers focus on cents per mile and ignore everything else. What's the freight like? How often are you sitting? How long are the runs? How much home time are you getting? How many unpaid hours are you spending waiting? I've seen drivers leave a company for a 5-cent increase and actually take home less money because they lost miles, freight consistency, or home time. Don't chase pennies, look at the entire paycheck. Mistake number 2, not asking enough questions. Some drivers hear exactly what they want to hear and stop asking questions. The recruiter says you'll be home every weekend. Sounds great, but what does that actually mean? Home Saturday morning? Home Sunday afternoon? Home for a full 48 hours? What does average weekly pay really look like? How many miles are drivers actually running? How long is orientation? What's the equipment like? What are current drivers saying? The more questions you ask before orientation, the fewer surprises you'll have afterward. Remember this, if a job sounds too good to be true, ask more questions. Mistake number 3, leaving before giving the company a fair chance. This one happens all the time. A driver starts a new job. The first week isn't perfect. The truck has an issue, dispatch isn't familiar with them yet, the freight isn't exactly what they expected. 30 days later, they're already looking for another company. Folks, every company has a learning curve. You have to learn their system. Dispatch has to learn you. The company has to figure out what lanes fit you best. Now, if they're lying to you or treating you poorly, that's different. But too many drivers leave before they ever give the company a chance to succeed. Mistake number 4, blaming every company for the same problem. This is where things get uncomfortable. If you've worked for 6 companies in 3 years and every company was terrible, maybe that's true. But maybe it's time to look in the mirror. I've talked to drivers who complained about every dispatcher, every company, every load planner, every truck, every policy, and every customer. Eventually, you start noticing a pattern. Sometimes the company is the problem. Sometimes the driver is the problem. The most successful drivers I've met are willing to ask themselves difficult questions. What could I have done differently? What can I improve? How can I make my next situation better? Personal responsibility isn't always popular, but it usually leads to better outcomes. Mistake number 5, thinking the grass is always greener. This may be the biggest mistake of them all. Drivers see another company from a distance and imagine it's perfect. More money, better equipment, better dispatchers, better home time, better everything. Then 6 months later, they're sitting in a truck stop diner complaining about the exact same things. Every company has strengths. Every company has weaknesses. No trucking company is perfect. The goal isn't finding the perfect company. The goal is finding the company that best fits your goals, your lifestyle, and your priorities. That's a very different thing. If you're considering changing jobs, take a breath. Do your homework. Ask questions. Be honest with yourself. Look at the entire opportunity, not just one piece of it. And remember, the grass ain't always greener. Sometimes it's just a different shade of brown. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. What's the biggest mistake you've seen drivers make when changing companies? Drive safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you at the next truck stop. Go to classajobs.com or call 877-5728-072. Class A Jobs, we tell you the truth up front.